it. Like, we literally came down here as a handyman, but we also just, like, immediately took out a gun and started wiping out, like, just festering beasts.
Oh, man, that reminds me. There's another game that came out. I think it was last year or the year before. It's called Going Under. Don't know if you've seen anything on it.
I did. I can't remember.
Oh, pulled our guns out already.
This is now a free fire zone. And it looks like this, so we can't go through this right now.
Damn.
Yeah, door's locked out. We gotta go take the emergency tunnel there.
The one full of enemies. Cool.
just a good time here at my job when I moved to this planet. Where I literally came here through cryo sleep and immediately woke up. And now I'm on a digital server. Good times.
There's a
Oh, here we go. Got a data pad right here. Read this. Clear stop is no. Do not use instruments. The pipes will corrode. Report back. Looks like somebody else tried to do this before. And now we've got a tactical equipment.
grenades. With
So,
L and press O. Yeah,
it makes me bummed that this is how tacticals work, but it makes sense later on. Basically, they're like a sub-super weapon. The more we, basically, how it's set up is the more we fight, the more we kill.
Yeah, you did.
Did I never do that? I don't know if I've ever done that. Oh, nice. You just got us a little bit more richer than my playthrough. But basically, the way it works is the more kills we get, then we'll be able to use our equipment. Like you'll watch it go from blue to red, and depending on how you're aiming, like if you're using, I didn't know this, but like if you just hit like left stick and point wherever you want to throw it at, you'll throw it normally. But if you hold the left trigger to like aim, you'll actually throw a little bit farther.
Oh, well,
it's alright.
that was his fault.
Collateral damage. Shouldn't have ran into our bullets.
You really shouldn't have.
Just a robot. I said that out loud. Be careful about robots.
I care to an extent.
At the end of the day, you fucking robots.
Yeah, if they have feelings, that's a problem.
This thing we built at can tell us something's wrong. That's an error. Put it back in the bin.
Put it back in the bin.
I can't remember because I just saw on our map that there's a treasure chest that we didn't get to. I wonder if there's a way to get to it. Let me take a look. Hold on. There we go. So I literally use this map all the friggin' time.
Oh, that's a good map.
It's a really good map. Sometimes it depending on where you're at, it doesn't come super into play. But it looks like okay. So there's one that we missed right there. I don't know if we can get to it from our current spot.
I don't think so. I think where we are now, we have to like traverse downward.
So I know from where we're at, if we head back over here and then head this way, we could probably get to it. But I also know this one right here is locked behind a door.
Okay.
So I mean, we could definitely come back and do it. Which is one thing I like about this game. In terms of replayability, you're always going to consistently want to go back and take a look at spots you've been to. Because it's either locked behind a door or enemies that are way. Like seriously, if you're not careful in this whole beginning area, you run into guys who are like legitimately like in the level 20s, and they'll one hit you no problem.
That's God. Shoot.
You're holding back, no problem.
Multiple failure reports. Incoming. 38.
Oh my God, everything's literally falling apart upstairs. We don't even know what's going on.
There's it came out I think last year, Going Under. You basically play as a young woman who gets to intern at this like prestigious Silicon Valley. I don't know if it's supposed to be a game studio or just tech business. And they have you. It starts off with you like running around getting coffee and stuff, and then they tell you to go into the basement and literally go kill mutants.
Oh.
And then you're like, but that's what? That's not a part of my job description. I don't know how to fight. It's like, well, I mean, you want to be you want to work here, right?
Here, let's go back to this real quick.
And it's like one of those manipulative things. Like you want a good report, right? You want this job, right? It's just the best thing ever. And so you're literally going in. It's like a roguelike. So you're going in and fighting actual mutants and killing stuff with like birds and
Middle management literally getting in the way of my promotion. You know, it's funny. this game has kind of that same level of stuff happening.
Yeah.
There's gonna be, you're gonna see there's a lot of that, but we're just gonna go, whatever, bite the bullet, go for it. We'll go up here real quick. Oh shit.
Oh, well.
Sorry, we got this. Oh yeah, be careful. If you end up shooting at an explosive drum. Oh nice.
Upgrading weapons.
So yeah, the way how it
upgrades
works is that if we pick up or find component pieces anywhere, after a while we can use them to upgrade our firearms to a certain level, but they only carry. And if we end up selling the gun and getting rid of it and going to something new, those levels won't go over to the new firearm we carry. But if we end up picking up another one of like the same guns later, you can re-equip it and it'll still have the same level. So it's weird. You kind of have to be kind of picky and choosy for the first couple of stages with this. You don't want to just go and like invest into a gun that's not going to do that much damage later on. But it's unfortunately gonna happen. Okay, listen. Yeah, go ahead. This is actually heading us right back to where we were originally. So this is that way we came in earlier. That's how we came in. That's how we were headed.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Here's something I do want to know because it bums me out. I think you only take this way like one time in the game. Yeah, the whole elevator is literally just like gone. Which weirds me out because how the hell did we get down here? Where did that elevator actually go up from? Like, where did we get down to?
Probably a weird shaft thing and it closes up so nothing gets back out.
It definitely feels like an intro stage level thing.
Yeah.
It's still really cool. This game is so nice. Watch out, Roblox. Yep, here we are on the waitress cycle. Oh, look at that. Oh, shit.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, right? The whole place is falling apart. That tick bot just fucking ate it.
Yeah, it did. Half expecting this thing to shoot up and tag us.
So we don't know what this means yet, but basically where we're working at, this arcology, it's basically the descriptor for this entire building like we're working on. Yeah, you saw that? That's the video game. That's my console trying. Oh wait, this guy's dead. Let's go real quick.
Health and...
So we do have our tactical equipment set up right now too. Oh, more health.
You that needs health or is it me that needs health?
Oh, I do need health. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, so it looks like our imp, which is that little robot that we have at the top screen, is telling us that this place is getting fucked up. The arcology has gone to shutdown.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous of the bigger ass. Look at that.
My ass is way bigger. Alright.
Flat as shit.
We gotta kill this dude. Watch out. You have your tactical ability now, so if you aim and use the left stick to press in, you can throw it and then hit it again to actually activate it. Watch out for those little circles.
Oh shit.
I got you.
I might not have that equipped. I might have had to.
No, you have it. It's what you do. Yeah, hold on. Let me go ahead and throw mine real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. There it is. There we go. We stunned him. Yeah. Gun him down. Almost. Yeah, nice. Oh, sick movie drop. It's about that. The only time that shit's expensive.
Oh, I bet.
We got a box. What do we get, boy? Oh, there you go. There's your this is your melee build right here. This is what you want to invest in.
Delivered with massive hydraulic force.
So here's the cool thing, right? The way how this game works and how you want to build up your character. Oh, since you unlocked it, you got a whole B.
It was doing it for you, because it's not doing it for me.
Oh, it is for me. Okay, weird.
That's
Sorry.
weird.
Sometimes it goes for you and not for me.
Yeah.
So now we have an augment ability. We can actually go ahead and equip that like we do like our regular equipment. We do it right now. Oh, this is just showing us like separate codecs. Okay, here we go. So there we go, augmentation. So immediately, hydraulic slam is immediately equipped. So it doesn't cost us any energy to actually equip it. And if you use it real quick, it'll just come out like a heavy swing.
Oh. Okay.
Now it recharges pretty quickly and it doesn't take up that much battery. It's honestly one of the more useful weapons because you get a lot of guys who just kind of run up to you point blank. If you want this equipment to be stronger, if you go into skills, you'll notice that if I look through these, it'll actually highlight different attributes right over here on the menu screen. So for instance, these two right here highlight only biometrics, which is basically your health and your stamina bars.
Yeah.
Evasion and balance will only go for frame. Aiming and weapon handling will only go for motorics. And then critical hit and tactical sense, it only affects cybernetics.
Okay.
So right now, because of what we have equipped as an augment, you'll notice that only one of them has like a little microchip over the attributes number.
Oh.
So if I actually go over to that one and just put stuff into, I'm just gonna go for reload speed. So I'm gonna put 1 point in there. Now I've got 1 point there, and I'm gonna put 2 more in vital signs for body.
Okay.
So if we go over and look at our augment, at the bottom there, it'll have the motorics logo on there, and just because I've increased a point into my motorics augment, it'll increase the damage of that ability.
Okay.
So if you really want to just go full melee, you can just keep stacking on motorics augmentations for now, and you'll make that one of your more deadlier weapons.
I wonder how busted you can make this game.
From what I understand, you can go pretty fucking busted, and the game allows you to respect your skill set whenever you want, but it costs a ton of money the more you play. It's like right now we're dead broke. We will not be able to afford doing that. But like as you keep playing and as you get more missions done, you will have the currency to be able to. I literally respected my current playthrough, my number one, like 3 times, just deciding how I wanted her to play. All right, so we'll get the hell out of here. Thankfully, we got through that. Also, you can try out your ability at the moment. Like it's gonna be top one's gonna always be set to your left bumper, and the next upgrade you get will be always assigned to your right bumper. At the moment, no. Once we get a second one, we will be able to equip it.
That's what my problem was. Oh, they have ragdoll.
Oh yeah, the bodies? Yeah, it's so good. You get more explosive stuff and everything later. You can just see them just go flying. My favorite is watching these guys die to hydraulic slam. We like hit them so hard they like burn to a crisp before they fucking fall away. The game's telling us to go that way. This is all the time. Trust me though, the deep stink, as they like to call it down here, this will become our home away from home.
Yeah.
I honestly would recommend, like, if you're like me and you want to give your character a certain flair for that, and if you just want to stay leveled properly, just come down here and do a quick run, because these guys are super easy to kill at the beginning of the game, and they'll help you kind of get your level up at least to the 10.
Oh, all the way to 10.
Yeah, once you get to that, then it's like, once you start getting to 10, then you want to start hitting around, just collecting bounties.
Okay.
Also, just keep running forward, because, like, look at this shot.
That's a good shot.
Isn't it, though? Oh,
That probably took them a minute to code properly. That's
Oh,
a good
dude,
shot.
this was so cool the first time. I literally walked up here and I just like stood here for like a solid like minute. Just going, wow, look at that thing, all the moving parts, how crazy it looks. This fucking game is so pretty. And it's funny that I say that because look at this, it's fucking filthy down here.
Yeah.
There's fucking trash bags, there's fumes, and all this shit's broken. We got all the warning lights on and shit. Like literally all those tick bugs that we saw fucking walking around doing their robo thing are all just falling apart down here. It's super well done. Like literally everything about it's so cool. Now we get to do one of my favorite pastimes, which is sitting in the elevator for a little too long because my console is really slow.
Oh, the loading screens are elevators?
Yes.
Ah.
It's a good elevator though. Yeah, if you listen and pay attention, you can actually listen to the radio while you're in here. say, look, if we got peeps in here and stuff, you and I can like kind of walk around.
Default after the corporate AI filed for bankruptcy. One subcycle.
Oh, where I was just fucking walking around doing this.
At least you get to move around. Mass Effect 1 did the same thing, and apparently the elevator loading screens are good parts of that game, but I never got a single conversation, so it was just this.
Yeah, this is all this is.
But you were locked in it. You couldn't move. You could except move the camera.
Yeah. Come on, dude, just stand still. Yes. Don't mind me. I'm busy.
Oh, that's weird.
What? That you can just kind of hack around for a sec?
Uh-huh. Knock people around.
Yeah, you usually fucking bump into people.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yo, this place is broken. I just got done killing a bunch of people down there. You should have seen how many robots my boy just killed. It's great.
You ever see a rat man? You want to? Oh, because there's that proximity wall thing. I guess there's some stealth missions later.
What you mean?
So, you dodge into the wall, it automatically puts you in crouch for a second.
Oh. Weird.
I don't know if that's a bug or if it was a feature that wasn't meant for this side.
I can tell you without a doubt there is definitely not a single stealth mission in this game.
Okay, so it might be a slight bug, or if not a bug, something they meant to take out but didn't take out all the way.
Oh man, but look at these guys. Neon Giant, you guys freaking sold this shit.
That's a good title drop.
So good.
That's a good title drop.
Someone other than the direction team, his name is Arcade Bird. I love you, Arcade.
Alexander Litvinov.
This whole place is so. It has, I think, for what they're going for like the cyberpunk aesthetic, they absolutely nailed it. Like the perfect setup too, like all thick, chunky, nothing too clean. We're gonna get, as you progress through it and everything, you get to see some cool stuff later. But like right now, this is what you get. Also, the whole city's kind of in a riot at the moment because of what's going down. It's not our fault, by the way. We didn't fuck up.
Things are exploding down there. I'd be in a riot too. When you build up and things below you start exploding, you kinda,
Yeah, we got problems.
you kinda worry.
We got a struggle. We got an issue.
This glass thing right here, that's a hard no for me.
Oh yeah! But look at how thick the flooring is. Like that's pretty thick super glass.
Oh, I'm
You know?
sure. But also, fuck that.
No, but absolutely, you're right. This is terrifying.
I
This
would-
is that Japanese glass bridge.
I would be that guy that would be like, okay, so I'm gonna walk here. Oh, hey, there's glass.
Yep. Nope.
Just all the way the fuck around.
Oh, you realize how much of a mental struggle that is just to deal with this?
Like, fuck.
He's right though. I mean, it is terrifying. We're getting to a pretty cool part where they explain what actually is happening.
Oh, cool. I love exposition.
Mod lot, nice. Over here to the left. So yeah, this big old trash heap is our spot, is our joint cluster 13. Basically, every town is every quote unquote town is called a cluster. You saw that? I'm telling you, man.
Look at these little fucking gremlins.
Oh, I love these guys. They're my favorites. They're not just NPCs either. You'll actually find variants of them where you have to fight them later, and they are ass.
Oh, that's okay. So in Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 specifically, there's a race of people called the Lalafels.
Oh.
They're the short race. They're the potato people, pretty much. Very tiny, stubby, and they look like potatoes.
Yeah.
Everyone wondered what they were like for a long time until the most recent expansion that came out. And you go to what is effectively another world, and they're not not called Lullafills there, they're called dwarves, but they're the exact same thing. They just have fake beards on them
What?
because they can't grow facial hair.
Ah!
Not naturally like that. And what's it called? There is a thing in the game called Beast Tribes
Yeah.
where you can talk, because a lot of the monsters you fight, they have like 17 tribes and societies and stuff, and you do quests for them.
Yeah.
One of the beast tribes in the new one are dwarves, implying that they're not actual like human-like creatures. They're just a race of monsters that are just smart enough to be accepted into society.
Oh, weird. So they're just kind of strong arming their way through every society that they can. That's pretty cool. So where we're in right now, this is Cluster 13. This is basically our like town, our downtown.
Hub world.
Yeah. So literally throughout this area, you will find stuff like actual equipment, items to use, and you'll also use shops and stuff down here.
Makes
So
sense.
what our imp told us basically is to go ahead and take a look at this like open feed for us right here. So we're gonna take a look and see what's going on. Basically, our news guy is gonna tell us what's happening.
Okay.
This is the feed with your very own Grateful Abbott.
Look at him. Looks like a giant flying suit.
Yeah, he does. He's a
The Ascent
scumbag.
group went into immediate
He's actually one of my favorite characters. He's
Oh,
really
yeah?
nice. You actually end up bumping into him later, and you help him out. He
Okay.
mentions you in the news as like a guy who just like came through and like pitched in for him.
Oh, that's neat.
He's cool. His whole race is like whole thing in this is that basically they almost got like wiped off the galactical like face of every galaxy like multiple times, and since they got away with surviving again, they're like basically always happy that they're alive. So you'll find a couple of them in like clubs and stuff in the game where you're just like, oh, this music, it's so loud and obnoxious. Truly a grateful time to be down here. Yes, my brother, we are blessed to be down here riding these waves.
That's stupid.
So the company that we work for, the Ascent Group, this entire structure is owned by them. So literally our home, our livelihood, the things that we buy, everything goes through the company that we work for.
Okay.
Unfortunately, while we were down there doing our thing and cleaning up the sewage problem, the whole fucking structure shut down.
Oh, cool.
Like, nothing's working.
Awesome.
No one can get in touch with the board.
All hammers in Cluster 13, this is Boom. As you've probably noticed, our dear arcology just defaulted. I don't give a feral's ass about the whys and wherefores. Business
Yeah,
will
this
go
guy
on
right here,
as
Spoon, he's
usual.
in charge of like this entire area. He's our boss.
Business as usual. Understood?
He definitely looks like a scumbag.
He is literally the most ain't shit motherfucker here. So basically, that's kind of it. Once you start going from here, you'll basically be able to start doing side quests and stuff. A lot of stuff just opens up for you. We can actually take a look at the map. Oh, there it is.
Forget about that ESAC lift. We got much bigger problems.
Oh, I'm sure.
Find me at the Serenity Boss.
So yeah, once you start from here, you will start getting conversations and stuff where you can talk to other people. What the game recommends is you immediately, that's our boy right there, that's Boone, Stack
he's
Boss Boone.
disgusting.
Isn't he gross? He's literally the worst. He's the only overweight, like, what is their species in this called? Larkian, I think? He's the only one who's tubby. Everyone else is ripped to shit, which makes me really mad, 'cause it's like, how do you fuck that up, my guy? So
he got lazy. He got comfortable. That's
So
how.
if you take a look here, you can see that this entire cluster has like a bunch of stuff to do.
Okay.
Like you can find a lot of items pretty as you keep playing through. You can do a lot of stuff. You have like a cyberneticist who can get you into surgery and help you increase your skill points. The only reason you really want to do that instead of just doing it off the cuff like playing it normally is that if you go in to go get your augmentations done, you can get them done there and you won't have a penalty. If you do it while you're out in the game and you're in combat, your battery drains immediately. So you have no stamina for like a solid 10 seconds.
Okay.
And 10 seconds in a firefight's a really big deal.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, from here like you'll see like all these like yellow diamonds will pop up. Those are all side quests. If you keep playing this game, I recommend just going through, talking to everybody, and getting them ready to go, because as you continue to play, you'll be able to just kind of do them while you go through new areas.
Yeah, the standard. This mission's over here. Can you go there? And the story takes you there anyway. So kill
Exactly.
two birds with one stone.
So you honestly want to do that and just kind of manage where your missions will take you, because if you just try and do them all right from the get-go, you're gonna be locked out of a lot of places. You're not gonna have the right level or the right equipment to get through a firefight in there. But I absolutely adore this game. I think it's super great. I definitely think if you have Game Pass, you should buy it. I'm sorry, if you have Game Pass, you should give it a try, see if you like it, play with your friends. It has an online mode, so it's not just couch co-op. And if you can, purchase it to support these guys.